2045s, 2545s. You tried going for 30. You couldn't hit 30. And I feel like staying for 3 sets. So, yeah, 3 fast. What time is it? 2:40 and 28 seconds. Here's a good one. You know, you're still obsessed with this. Yeah, they knew about evolution back in the kings of old time probably knew about that shit. Genetics. Yeah, probably. You had this theory. You know, they try and do this thing where it's like the scientists are smart. No, the elitists knew that shit already. They're just like picking up scraps. The picking up scraps theory. Yeah, the scientists and they're almost like insurgents trying to like steal ideas that the elites already have. Like trying to grab a plasma rifle off of a Terminator. You know, you lose like 1,000 soldiers against the Terminators, and you kill like one Terminator, and you grab the plasma rifle, and you're like, yes. That's interesting. You really like that. You like this anti-elitism thing, don't you? Well, it's not anti-elitism. I think they're geniuses. I'm not anti-elitist. I just crave power. It's a good one. I like it. It's funny. It's not anti-elitist. Yeah, so you were like, oh, you were going to do this one? It was going to be like, yeah, I like that one about hijacking the opiate supply. That one makes me laugh. Are you tired of fentanyl and opiums? Opiates. It's not opiums, it's opiates. So you hijack it and you throw some LSD in there? Fuck yeah. Hey, this is not the opiate. I want to get fucking high and zoned out. You throw some opiate, you throw some LSD in there. You're very funny. It's free. Blue magic, baby. Because you were watching that one movie, right? I'm only like 30 or 45 minutes in. The one guy OD'd, right? Or did he? You guys, his OD scene, right? The guy who had to call the one guy, he was stealing from a drug dealer, right? And then he stole the money, and then he ODs like 5 or 10 minutes later. You want to do a movie review of that movie? Nah, I mean, I've seen it a long time ago. I don't know what it was about. It was like, it's got Josh Brolin before he did like No Country for Old Men. Was that his like breakout role? I think so. I don't know. Any more ideas? Didn't you upload like 4 videos? You did one on whales and sharks. You actually spent like 20 or 30 minutes like reading about like sharks and whales and how they eat. A shark eats like 2 times more than a whale it takes more energy. The whale just sort of like walks around with its mouth open. You thought it was like really deep. You're like, oh yeah, like a whale is like a cell phone company, or a cell phone, like the old AT&T back in the 70s, or IBM in the 70s, or you're gonna do a joke about like the only way to target the whales is to target their offspring, but then you're like, that's dangerous. Don't say that, because people will take that as like a, you know, because a whale is like a goon. It's like a Brock Lesnar-esque character. It's just large. Brock Lesnar without skill. I mean, like, I'm not talking about I mean, he actually has like skill too, but like, no one has a fucking clue what you're talking about. You want to drink some water? You have to pee? You should have peed at the gym. So he gets that like that. You're talking about Denzel Washington. He gets that big plantation house, and he invites like everybody from Georgia over there. Yeah, that was a weird. It's a very weird scene. It's Any more ideas? Bumpy. Bumpy was the guy who died in the beginning. Bumpy. Nothing like selling heroin to your community. I like to eat the community. I'm a whale. I eat the community. That's a good one. How about that? The drug dealers are whales. I don't know. In certain parts of Italy, the church used to own like a quarter or a third of the land. They were kind of like whales. Yeah, maybe. In France, before the revolution, how much of the land was owned? I don't know. In America, there's a glut of non-profit churches that are actually being used to funnel money, I'm pretty sure. And they've got Hollywood connections because they're using cameras. True that. It's a good way of funneling money. If you know anything about Hollywood movie production rules and how they win money and lose money, you know they have creative accounting. So religion is going to mix the creative accounting of Hollywood. Yeah, everything's becoming Hollywood. Everything will be Holly weird. Holly, Holly space WEIRD. That's a right-wing term, right? Yeah, but I'm reapplying it to all of reality. That's pretty funny, actually. There's nothing better than taking someone else's terms and reapplying it. Is this going to be a crystals or what is it going to be? I kind of want to walk by here. Why does it green? Is it going to be a crystals or not? That's why you're over here, right? I want to know if this is going to be a crystals or not. Are there crystals with green decorations? Oh, you had this one thought? You're like, I feel bad for the cops if they had to like listen to all your videos. They have fucking Palantir now. I mean, I know how to fucking throw this shit in ChatGPT now. They have Palantir. You don't have to feel bad for anybody anymore. The whole system is like, it's gotten easy as fucking shit probably for everybody. What is this gonna be? Are you gonna trespass and like walk through there? What are you gonna do? There were a bunch of signs on it yesterday, right? There was like a bunch of white paper. I'm looking for context clues to fulfill my curiosity index. What do you think it is? Can I figure it out from here? You want to get binoculars? You want to go on Facebook and look for binoculars? Does it look like it's still going to be crystals? Or does it look like they're changing it? I don't know, is that... I can't tell. I never can. Is there paper? Is there any context clues I can use? Does it say coming soon? Place that has green stuff. Someone told you it wasn't going to be crystals, but whatever. You want to take your sweater off? I'm fucking hot. Maybe. 24? Hey, where are you now? You're about to be done with that 70-day focus where you get like a bunch of dockyards. Why'd you do that? I don't know, because you get 25% more naval output. And then you have the northern build bonus. So you're building all naval factories on the northern edge where Schleswig-Holstein, it's not Schleswig-Holstein, is it? What is it? The one's west of Danzig. North, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, Focke-Wulf, you can get like 40% range on some of that shit. If you get all the fucking bonuses. Yeah, that's a lot of range. The only thing you have being built with Focke-Wulf is your mediums and your carrier planes. And transport planes. Oh, you felt all guilty? You were in the gym. You were feeling all guilty. You were like, "Do you really want to do this?" I'm not really in the mood to do this right now. Yeah, true. It's still fucking hot. You're wearing a tank top with suspenders. You look fucking ridiculous. Yeah, but I'm hot. Like, I took like a DMAA, and I'm like a little sweaty. I thought it was gonna be cold. You really shouldn't have wore the hoodie. I don't think it's hot enough to wear the hoodie. Cold enough. Yeah, I mean, you know, in the old days, they would have had to like watch surveillance. Yeah, think about like surveillance cases. They'll just throw a robot on there, and they'll be like, and the guy will be like sleeping. In the old days, they had to do like 20. I saw The Wire. You know, they would always miss it. You know, because you know, video surveillance, A, is cheaper, and B, you have the AI to double check you. Yeah, the people are gonna get lazier. And Palantir, the whole shit's gonna turn into like lazy shit. The criminal is outgunned. It's very unfair. Yeah, but the cops were like really guilty in that one movie, and there's a high probability that remember even the good cop in that movie ends up being like arrested as a lawyer working for the mafia. He got disbarred. I don't think he got arrested. But yeah, so you're saying you had this joke. I think you were in the gym. It was like, if you're making a Batman comic, you have to have like the Batman and the Joker both come off well to sell the comic, because you know otherwise the comic doesn't sell well. So you're saying like the cop and the criminal are interconnected to sell the comic. Because it's a big racket. Yeah, it's a big fucking racket. You need the Joker to come off well, and you need the cop to come off well, or the superhero, whatever. Yeah, the whole thing's bullshit. You haven't walked like since you bought that e-bike. I don't think you've walked. Yeah, thing's bad for you because it's like making it too easy to not do walking. You get a goon by walking. I'm a walker goon. Walking goon? Yeah. If you get your legs thick enough, you can just like kick things off like a humpback whale. Yeah, that's the goal, baby. You know, there's such a thing as guns. They're just gonna shoot you in the head. You know that, right? True. So how would you spike the opiate of the masses with like LSD? What other drugs did you spike the opiate of the masses with? This is a metaphor, by the way. I don't have any drug dealer friends, so I can't really spike stuff. If there's like a bunch of dead people and it's like, he spiked it, I don't have any connection to the actual mixing of drugs. It's a metaphor. They're too fucking retarded to understand what a metaphor is, probably, but whatever. That's the problem with this place, this world. What's the zombie one? The zombie one's cool. That one's the one that like turns into a zombie. It's embalming or something. Or was it for? Was it embalming or was it for animals? It was animals. It wasn't embalming. And then there's pharmaceutical mail off the internet. Is it benzos? I've never done a benzo. I don't know what those are. I know I've heard people say you just sort of become a zombie on that, I hear. I've never done a benzo, but I know that's what I've heard. Yeah, you'll just wake up somewhere. That's what the story is for a benzo. There's like benzo derivatives. America now has nitrous oxide in big tanks. According to RT, you know, what's really funny is I remember seeing a video about like Russia. It was some country, and they were doing like big cans of fucking nitrous, like the big cans. I've seen Whippet cans. I've seen like, I used to know someone who'd go to the fucking Whippet. He'd go to the fridge and look for a fucking whipped cream thing, and he'd fucking he'd steal all your whipped cream nitrous. And then the little CO2 cartridges, which were like paintball cartridges. I never did it, but I know people did it. I could have done it. You know, I took one hit of air duster once, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'm assuming it's very similar. Or did you take 2 hits? You took 1 hit or 2 hits. It was 1 hit or 2 hits of air duster. 1 hit. It was just 1 hit. I was like, I don't want to do another hit of that, I don't think. It's popping in my head. I know what that is. I'm a narcissist. I value my intelligence. I'm not going to trade a high for a popping of my brains. Is it literally your brain cells popping? I don't really know. I'm not really an expert. And you're also nowhere near smart enough for it to actually matter. I could do nitrous for the rest of my life. I'm stupid. It doesn't really matter if I do a bunch of nitrous. B12, something about B12. Yeah, it's like ecstasy. It drains a certain part of your body or something. I don't entirely. I mean, I read that's why people drink Sobeys and Red Bulls. Maybe. Yeah, and the containers are now big. They're like 500 grams, and the old ones were like probably 5 or 10 grams. The cartridges were probably like 5 grams or 10 grams, and the new ones are like half a kilo. You want to refill your Whippet packet? I've got so many fucking, whipped cream things I need to refill. I need a big old tank. What are the big tanks, like 20 gallons? What's a big tank? Is that like the big stand-up tanks? Is that like 10, 20 gallons? So Russia was saying that America has that problem now, but I saw some video on YouTube. That's a problem that just goes around because like it's like a gray area of legality. Because technically you're allowed to have nitrous oxide, but like, you know, it's What were the other gray area drugs? I don't think it told you any good ones. Synthetic mood stabilizers, gas station drugs. You're trying to find out about gas station drugs? There used to be a Fedra. I never tried a Fedra. I should have tried a Fedra. That was like the early 2000s. Any other? What other drugs did the robot tell you about? I asked about kratom. Kratom's going to be, it's still legal, I think. That one's supposed to be like a drug that if you get off of it, you start getting headaches. It might be kind of like, what's the opiate replacement? What's the opiate drug that they give opiate heads when they're trying to get them off opiates? Methadone. It's kind of like methadone is my guess. I don't know, I've never done methadone, so I can't really tell you what the methadone feels like. Whales and sharks, sharks and whales, whales and sharks, Shark, a whale eats like 6 tons, was it 6 tons a day? But it eats for like 6 months a year, and then it doesn't, you're just gonna act like a child and explain what the robot told you? Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's a game. You repeat what the robot tells you, but you say it like a child, like with excitement and enthusiasm. A shark eats blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's whole lives you'll never understand. Those whales like live. They go about their lives. The ocean is like, what, 3/4 of the earth? I don't know, 4/5, 3/4. And they go around just with their mouth fucking open, eating 6 tons of fucking nothing, little bullshit. They're the real carnivores. It's not the sharks, it's the fucking whales. Dana White, you couldn't remember Dana White's name? You knew he's bald. And I know he gambles. I know there's like a meme of like Chinese businessmen are like really bad gamblers. Like they get really addicted to the gambling, but that's like a meme. Thank God I've never been to a casino. Yeah, it's you'll get eaten alive. How come there's not like piranhas that eat like whales? How come piranhas, like a group of 1,000 piranhas are in the Amazon, you dumbass? But I mean, there's places that as a human, if you went into the Amazon, the piranhas would eat you alive, right? Is that true or is that not true? So how come like piranhas, there aren't like piranhas in the ocean that eat whales or something? I was asking that. I was like, because like the tiny shit, it can knock stuff off with its tail. But what about like little 1 pound, 2 pound fish that go in and go, I don't know. I'm not a ocean expert person. I'm sorry. I can't help you with that. Are piranhas overly glorified? Because like piranhas in movies are always portrayed as like hyper dangerous. Like, you know, like you go into like a swamp in the Amazon and you die if you know, because the piranhas will just go, nom, 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 nom. I don't know. I've never been to the Amazon. I can't tell you that. I don't. It's from a movie. And movies are made by Hollywood, which is now, all the political parties are now Hollywood. All the religions are Hollywood. That's a good one. You're taking the concept of Hollywood and applying it to all concepts now. It's a fun concept. I believe Hollywood's fucked up. And by Hollywood, I mean like McDonald's and like all the political parties and like all the religions and like all the governments. You know, you have like all the different government. Yeah, you have like RT, you have PBS, you have what's the Middle Eastern one? Al Jazeera. It's all Hollywood bullshit. It's all fucking Hollywood bullshit. Yep, it's very funny. You're taking a concept and expanding it. They meant like movies. They didn't mean like take they didn't mean like take the 700 Club and call it Hollywood bullshit. They meant like, or CBN. They meant like the movies. They didn't mean like everything. Well, tough shit. I took what they said and I expanded it. And I used what they said and applied it in a way they didn't want it applied. Welcome to reality. I'm going to make you eat your words. I will force this world to shut the fuck up. That's my goal. My goal will be to make this world shut the fuck up. I will make them eat their words. Very nice. I have anger, but I do not discriminate on my anger. I believe anger should be maintained as like a broad concept. Never let your anger become like anti-Semitic or like anti-black or anti-white or anti-Christian. Always maintain a hatred for everything equally. Never let your hatred condense into one thing. Always keep it as a vague haze of a hatred of everything. Do not discriminate. That's very... It's either genius or insane, or a little bit of both. Anything else? Was there news? I don't know. Like there's ballroom. The ballroom is because America is now Rome, and the elites don't want to be around people anymore, and because they know the whole thing is like it's a dog. It's a pony. They know it's all dogs and ponies now. It's all genetic. There's no actual like movement. There's going to be like a purposeful creation of like, you know, a constrained system without movement. That's the goal. That's if you want movement, you need to go to war with another country and take their land, and then you can maybe get like a piece of land off that. That'd probably be how it works. Or Elon Musk will go to Mars, and there'll be like a Sweetwater company or something on Mars. It was the Cypress company. It wasn't the Sweetwater company. Whatever. I think it's Sweetwater. It was Cypress. It wasn't Sweetwater. Same thing. 306, 64 degrees. No wonder it's fucking hot. It's like 64 degrees. That's why you had to take the fucking hoodie off. The golden days of Rome are behind America. Yep, that's they probably said that multiple times. Everyone knows that. That's not. Were you doing the one? Did you already do that one about the mask of sanity? I was wearing a mask of. It's so fucking heavy. I can't carry that fucking thing anymore. My head hurts if I try and carry that thing anymore. Is the mask of sanity for narcissism or for sociopathy? I can't remember. I think it's narcissism. Or is it sociopathy? Doesn't really matter. Any more ideas? Not really. You can't do that. That electric bike is. I mean, it's a good value, but it was. Maybe you want to flip it. What do you want to do? Because you're not gonna walk anymore if you use that thing. You want to keep it in the garage? Well, I mean, keep it in the garage and then use it like once or twice a week. Yeah, because you bike up a fucking hill and you wouldn't even be sweating. And on your road bike, even if you were going like fast and you were using energy, you'd be sweating. You'd be like exhausted with your lungs. Your lungs would be like, and it takes like zero effort. It's like terrible for you. Any more ideas? It's something about like the light. I'd never make it in the light. I don't remember what that was about. It was about if you walk at night. I think it was something like I'd never make it in the light. I don't remember what that was about. You thought it was like really cool. I don't think it's as cool as you thought it was. You're starting to get factories for free from your fucking, from all your free puppets, because you had like 15, you had a 15, and now you're at like 25 like tanks on the bottom one, but you're about to lose 10, either 10 or 20 mills, and they're going to be turned into naval yards. So you're going to start. Now here's the question: do I keep using Bloom and Voss, or do I actually start using the screening company? Because your screening company, your Bloom and Voss is at like 9, your Mio is at 9. But your screening, you're like, in the long run, getting the screening up to like 6 or 7. Because you get like 15-20% extra production efficiency off the screening company. I don't know, man, I'm not. And you're building a bunch of support ships. You built like 10, you're building like 10 in all. Because you have that whole fucking captured navy. So you're building like 10 support, 10 repair ships, 10 support ships. And you're sort of mixing them into your fleet. I don't know if they're worth it. I don't really know. That's, Do they work well with submarines, or would they just get sunk? They get like separated from the submarines, probably not good for your wolf packs. They make a new one. It's called a milk supply ship. They called them milk submarines. They were diesel submarines that carried milk to the submarines. Diesel. Do you think you're really alive? Do you think any of this is real? You like that joke. You like that joke way more than you should. Yeah, that joke about Osmond, right? It was like Osmond, the Matrix. That was stupid. They just clone him a bunch, and then he just goes around. Yeah, that was really fucking stupid. It all makes sense. Yeah. It all makes sense. Hoo ha ha. If you say so, I don't think that's how it works. You need to get a concealed carry. Yeah, and you need to get like a camera that works like 24/7, like a little better. And you need to figure out a way to upload it to some sort of like backup cloud at all times. You can't protect yourself. You know that. That's why you hate this world. You know how little control you actually have. They'll just like fucking jam your broadcast. Yeah, that's true. You're so naive, you don't actually understand that there were no rules, and there never were any rules. At all points in history, there were never rules. It was all just bullshit. The people trying to scrap. They sent like 1,000 soldiers to kill like one Terminator just to get the plasma rifle. Yeah, it was really sad how many fucking bullets they had to put in that fucking Terminator just to get the plasma rifle off of it. You know, once the plasma rifle was got, though, the plasma rifle was actually more of an advantage for the resistance than it was for the Terminators, because the AR-15s and the 308s were not really that powerful against titanium armor. But the plasma rifle was designed, it could take out Terminators really well. Yep, that's really scary. 1,000 human resistance fighters desperately trying to fight one Terminator in an attempt to. It's almost like that Star Wars Prison Planet episode where it's like it's being outgunned. You're just outgunned. They're whales. They're literal whales. You're fighting whales. You're just their tail can kill you. A flick of their tail. You're a gnat to a horse. You annoy them at most. They wave their tail. The horse example, you're mixing up analogies here. I thought you're doing whales. Now you move to horses. Yeah, whatever. The horse analogy now. You're not very consistent with your analogies. What's the one where it's like major? Well, like there's like you're thinking of like Neo versus Smith, but you're thinking of like humans versus a Terminator. I don't know. Like you're thinking of that scene where like there's like 50, 100 Smiths and there's like one Neo. Yeah, but it's the opposite. It's like Neo is like there's like 1,000 Neos and there's like one. Yeah, I don't know. And then they have to like trick the Terminator into an alley. Probably. Yeah, it's really ugly. It's not pretty. I liked your hijack Christianity idea with LSD. Yeah, did you know Christianity was an insurgent religion? I mean, seriously, it was like an insurgent religion. It was. Speaking of 1,000 human beings trying to take out like one Terminator and losing like 300 or 500, and then prying the plasma rifle out of its cold metal hands. You're dirty, man. You're a dirty little fuck, aren't you? Yeah, it's a good analogy. It's funny. You must get the information. They are hiding the plasma. They don't have plasma rifles, but it's an analogy. It's like a symbolic. I don't know what the plasma rifle is. I just know that the Egyptians knew about genetics a long time ago, and all the kings and queens knew that shit, and then they made a big fucking fuss about Darwin, but they knew that shit. They knew that shit already. They knew about dogs and how humans made dogs into what they are. There's something malicious going on here. I can smell the maliciousness. Can you feel the maliciousness? You're doing like the Lion King? All right. Yeah, whatever. It's there are no accidents. Let me point it like that. Like everything that happens for a reason. There are no accidents on in this world. Everything that happened was chosen to happen. You must lose your naiveness. Is your sweater still in there? Whatever. I like that populism one too. You get in as close as, yeah. I mean, but they're too stupid to understand that. They'll be like, no. You want to do like the, what is that called where you put your hand on your chest and you go do 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 do? Yeah, whatever. If you're so smart, how come you don't got like 1,000 acres by the river, buddy? True that. True that. La-di-da, la-di-da. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. The end of it. Yeah, they're always saying it's the end of LLMs. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't even know what an LLM is. I don't know how big they are. You know, how big is the file? I thought I asked that. I don't think it doesn't really tell you. And I had this other question. I was like, like if you're doing like preemptive data entry things before you do the question, how much it takes your tokens up and stuff. They got to increase. That's just. But then again, it's so much better than Google. But at the same time, it's like you just see the faults in things and you can't see the advantages of it. I mean, think about how good it is at doing math and shit. Like, you know nothing about calculus or anything anymore. You could give it calculus questions, it would probably be able to do them. Why don't you focus on the positive? And it did all that fucking whale research for you? That would have taken you like a couple hours to do all that research, and it did it in like a minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds. You're a whiny little bitch. Huh. It says open, it's not, right? Yeah, it's a fashion place for fashionable. I like the Hollywood joke because you're basically taking everything. How are you gonna take fashion and turn it into Hollywood? Everything is Hollywood. Everything is like fucked up accounting now. Everything is like dishonest as fuck. Yeah, it's all a fuzzy reality. Reality will become hyper fuzzy. That's the goal, man. You got to keep everything fuzzy. Professor Yang prediction. Everything's going to become like fucking goddamn Hollywood. Everything's going to be like fucking like, we're losing money, even though like you'll see like 1,000. Chick-fil-A is losing money, even though they have like 1,000 people in line. Through creative accounting processes and a new religion called Chick-fil-A Foundation, they're technically not making any money or paying taxes. That's my prediction for the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I really think they should. I have no problem with religion as long as they have to pay taxes. I don't want it to be like Italy, where like a third of the land is like being no taxes on like a third of the land. It's like an NGO, but like a conservative NGO. Yeah, the liberals had no fucking clue what they were doing. They created these NGOs and they go into Russia, and then the conservatives are like, hey, we can copy that. We'll take all the money we make from our businesses, we'll put it into an NGO, and it'll be corrupt as fucking shit. Everybody's copying everybody. They're going to copy Hollywood. Who created? Well, you're assuming Hollywood was always conservative. I mean, why do you think Hollywood? Where do they get this idea that Hollywood was liberal? It was never liberal. It was always a. With Hollywood losing all its jobs, it's going to move its jobs out into the other markets. Really? Is that your sarcastic prediction? Wait till you see the commercial quality will go up. YouTube commercial quality will go up. It'll be like high quality scripts on everything. Yeah. The humans who used to... I don't really know how that's going to work. I'm just pretending to understand stuff. I have no fucking clue what's going on. But I like to pretend. It's very fun to like... So we take all the money we make from Chick-fil-A sandwiches. We technically earn no money. Actually, we lost money last year, even though we grossed over blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to be like that sort of shit. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. The whole thing is going to be fucking beautifully fucked up. The goal is to put people into like blind harnesses. So they put out effort and they have no clue what they're doing. Yeah, it's terrifying. The idea of being blind and having no clue what you're doing. I'm supposed to trust another. Yeah, that's the goal of feudalism, is to just turn people into retards. Yep, that's the goal. They're trying to neutralize people. They're trying to take away their ability to be a threat, basically. Facts don't care about your feelings. The whole time it was about their feelings. I don't like competing. Let's get rid of the competition part. Let's put blinders on them, and then let's make it so they can't read reality even a little bit. That's the goal. That's the elite's goal. The Egyptians did it. Everybody did it. That's a story as old as time. Do not pay attention to the things that matter. Pay attention to WrestleMania, UFC fights. Look for UFOs. Focus on things that don't matter. The conservatives will start making like, what were those fucking pieces of shit plastic that they sold? Those were viewed as liberal though, right? What were those called? I don't know, the boxes with like the characters in them? I don't know, they're called Punji Pops. Yeah, I don't know, some sort of stupid little plastic. Yeah, it keeps the people distracted. Go collect some fucking Pokemon cards, you fucking retards. What was your other idea? Oh, you did the Chinese one. You're trying to hijack like McCarthyism. Yeah, you're trying to hijack McCarthyism. I enjoy trying to hijack ideas. It's kind of fun. So in McCarthyism, you rat people out and you write their names down. So do you know someone who has been dumping? Because dumping was a Chinese concept of the Chinese government would pay steel companies and then they would dump the steel and then ruin the American steel companies. So your concept is you're going to have like anyone who emotionally dumps is a Chinese agent. You can have them arrested. It's basically an excuse to get rid of anybody you don't like. Yeah, that's kind of the concept. They'll just take what you say and then use it against, yeah, probably me, yeah. I'm emotionally dumping right now, so I will be arrested. A van will walk up. I'll be like Alex Jones in fucking A Scanner Darkly. There's just a van drives by, and I'm screaming into a phone right now, and a van comes by, and Substance D. Substance D. That's a Substance D. Hey, they didn't take the fence down. The fence is up here. You thought the fence was gone. All of this has happened before and will happen again. This is basically like the Kentucky Derby, and like everyone thinks they have like agency, but they're really just horses in a racetrack. Yeah, it's very, you're not supposed to know. As a racehorse, you're not supposed to know that. I can see the racetrack, and I can see that, you're not supposed to see that. The means of production becomes the means of deception. Because wherever there are means of production, there's a means of deception, of hiding. You're hijacking communist terms and you can't have Hollywood without, Hollywood they had Hollywood probably in Egypt. Well, not Hollywood, they probably had an industry of entertainment and distraction would be cultural insemination? I don't know, cultural insemination. Yeah, temples. Civilization 3 concepts, like cathedrals, temples, great wonders. Is there a point to this rant? Not really, just an excuse to rant. I mean, you don't have an answer, do you? Nah, it's just no answer. It'll just be another group that comes in and makes their own new Hollywood. Did the communists have Hollywood? They sort of did. They had like directors. And the one guy, he said his actors were getting all fucking drunk. And that was in the Soviet Union. Tartovsky or whatever? Yeah, I don't know if they had the money though of like American Hollywood. Yeah, whatever. It's all a big excitement fest. You got to keep the people excited. Can you believe the Russian Empire fell? They got excited about fucking jeans. What a bunch of fucking retards. I want jeans! That's how reality works. Spices, drugs, whatever's hip and cool. These people, they want what's hip and cool. They want pepper and salt and cumin and cocaine and weed and I don't know, like rosemary and all that stupid shit. Garlic. You're just gonna name spices? Yeah, it's not that complicated stuff. Hey, you want some cans? See, I got some. The guy has cans. You know, there's cans though. They took it from the can thing on the school or the other place. What else? Hey, you walked by the sugar pussy place and you didn't make a sugar pussy joke. Good job, buddy. That was like a couple blocks ago. The pussy sugaring industry. It's a growing industry. You wanna go jump off a bridge? Yeah, that'd be fun. You wanna go biking? What's this thing? It's a thing for parking. You put your credit card in there and you can get a parking receipt. What else? There is no fate but what you make. There is no fate but fate. Amor fati, please. Yeah, you got fucked on that one. You can fuck a fatty probably, but you can't get any. Yeah, and then the elites knew that a long time ago. You know, whatever you put your seed in, you're not gonna get good shit out of a bad receptacle. Don't call women receptacles, dude. That's offensive. That's anti-feminist. You're funny. You're comparing this you're comparing it to like a breeding of cows and horses. Yeah, that one guy, he got horses delivered from fucking Britain. These elites, they act like they don't believe in evolution and fucking breeding and shit. They know exactly what the fuck's going on. They ain't fucking retards. That's the whole problem with like your John Olivers and your John Stewarts. They think the people at the top are retards. They're actually evil. They're not retards. They're actually evil. There's a huge difference. Which is why you have to hijack like religious language, because religious language has concepts like evil, and secular language doesn't have that sort of like gusto. It's the one thing I realized very early on about religion. I realized I couldn't get my dog to roll over, and Osama bin Laden got 19 people to roll over. I was like, fuck it, that guy's fucking cool. I'm not even a Muslim, but you're very funny. That's a very hilarious joke. Hmm. There must be some way to transcend this corrupt fucking shithole world. Corrupt shithole world. I like it. You're taking the Trump language of shithole, right? Yeah. And then you're taking the concept of dumping, which was well, that's the Chinese word dumping. They were dumping goods. You're talking about emotional dumping, but whatever. It's all sort of the same. Hijack language. I mean, I'll tell you for a second, I don't think they might have, it doesn't really matter, free speech. Free speech is going to be fucking curtailed like a motherfucker. I can smell that one coming. How many assassination attempts is that? Like 3 or 4? Yeah, there's going to be a crackdown. There's 100% going to be a crackdown. Facts don't care about your feelings. Well, Trump doesn't feel safe, okay? So, like, fuck you, everyone, you lose everything now because Trump no longer feels safe. You're a little asshole, aren't you? I know how this shit works. These people are fucking nihilists. They're all nihilists. The second, what is that line? You're doing Joker lines, aren't you? Like, the second, you're doing the second the da-da-da hits the thing, these value, really? You fucking, what is the word you're looking for? Copycat, stealing. You don't even have original ideas. You're just stealing. Yep, that's the problem. These values are skin deep. Facts don't care about your feelings. I don't feel safe anymore. We're not going to have free speech anymore. No more free speech. I don't feel safe. That's your impression of a conservative now? Yeah, it's going to be like that. What the fuck is this thing? It's a star? Some hippie new age bullshit? There's a horse? It's a deer or a horse? What the fuck is this shit? Some interpretive dance bullshit? It's not a star, it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 minis. It's Canadian maple leaf, but it's blue, it's light blue. It's 2, 4, 6 big ones, 2 mini ones, and the 2 mini ones are 1/10 the size of the, some hippie bullshit. Yeah, the right wing's gonna take all the hippie bullshit. That's some right wing bullshit, probably. Yeah, like a. That one guy looked like a loser. If the guy who tried to shoot Trump, that guy looked like a loser. It's gonna end bad. You know that, right? Like the whole thing's gonna. Never take a bad event and not use it to your advantage. There's gonna be something that comes out of this. I can't smell what it is, but something. Putin called Bush on 9/11, and I think Putin thought Bush did 9/11 because, like, the whole thing is you get people all emotional and they'll let you do anything. You just watch. That's how this shit works. And he's from fucking reality TV. He knows how to fucking play buttons and push buttons and shit. He's good at it. He's a genius in the Roman sense. Yeah, he's a Roman genius of public manipulation. And is that what the fuck is that? The fucking Chaluzula? Is that a tentacle or a Chaluzula? Or is it just vines and roots? I don't know. Or is it a lady? Is it an angel? I can't tell. It doesn't matter. Or these people's. One of them's a lady, so I think no, is one of them? Yeah, one of them's a lady. So it's a guy and a lady. It's probably safe. They don't look too dangerous. What else? What do you think they are? Yeah, one's a lady, right? I don't think so. Or a bun hair. Yeah, something like that. You can't read people. I don't think you can read people anywhere near as well as you need to be able to read people. Is it dimes? What are these? The little sequins on the ground. So they were dimes. I'm the one who counts it's the nickels, or is it the dimes or the nickels? The art market's a big sham. That's like Hollywood. It's all fake accounting. Yep. Most of it's all pretty fucking fake. It's designed that way. It's actually like, what's the term for like, in Roman times, like patronage systems? Yeah, it's going to be all patronage systems. Yep. It was never actually capitalism. It was always patronage systems. Legend has it. What is this? Guck Performance Center. University Orchestra. What is this? Lenny LeBlanc. Muscle Shoals Original. A band. Ritz. Faith. What is that one about? It's old. That's gone. 101 No. That's boring. Mean Girls. Boring. Whatever. Maven. Barber Studios. Bellamy, that's the one across the river, right? Or is that the one by the creek? It's one of those two. It's across the river. It's where the Ramada used to be. Well, that was boring. That was a waste of my fucking time. They turned a hotel into like a fucking pre-made college dorm thing. It's not a dorm, but it's like a pre-done houses, apartments. It's near a walking trail. That's kind of nice. Yeah, that's actually not bad. It's near that fucking railroad bridge. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I was not loyal to my capo. Yeah, you're not very loyal to your capo. You were never very good at being loyal to your capo. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so you did the joke about like, you did the joke about like hijacking the glasses concept from Cool Hand Luke. It was like, take Cool Hand Luke, the captain is now God, and then all human beings have to follow God, and they're the boss. The boss. It's a very weird set of words. There's the captain, there's the boss. You know, I don't entirely understand the system. Like, the captain and the boss, it's very weird. I don't entirely understand it. Is it like, it's very complicated or something. What is that place? Are there any other genius ideas? Yeah, so like the Corgi and you're thinking of Civ 3, temples, cathedrals, culture, victory. They're actually like soldiers in the new game. Yeah, that'd be in the new Civilization game. There's like a combat mechanic of like orcs and priests and stuff. Yeah, it's like a video game part. They're not gonna do it. Well, there was like moving borders in 3. There's culture borders moved. In the new one, you actually have to rally the priests and the temples. Interesting. The clerics and the what's the Muslim one's called? I don't know. Whatever the rabbis and the whatever the imams or whatever the fucking retarded names are. They're basically soldiers. Yep. You were naive. They were soldiers the whole time, actually. The rabbis, the imams, the priests, the ministers. Yeah, everyone was basically a soldier the whole time. That's actually the moral of everything. And you thought it was capitalism? It's not capitalism. It's a patronage system. It's a Roman patronage system. Two macro families, like the conservative family and the liberal family. They actually don't disagree about anything except for like power. Just who has it, I guess. Interesting. I thought they actually believed what they were talking. Nah, they don't really give a shit about any of the stuff they talk about. It was always MacGuffin. See, a lot of people are going to be like, why are you talking about stuff that is common sense? I actually had to learn this stuff myself. I had to teach it myself, and I had to learn it the hard way. So like all this shit is actually very personal to me. I was not taught this. I had to learn it the hard way. Your naiveness is very hard-earned knowledge. He repeats things that we all know, as if there's some sort of like weight behind it. They all knew this from the beginning. They were ahead of you. They lapped you so many fucking times. You're so fucking behind. And you have this arrogant little fucking attitude. It's hilarious. A modern day Notes from the Underground meets what's better than the Notes from the Underground. It'd be more psychological than that. I mean, this was also, they never really went into what created him, because you can't just have that creation by itself. Dostoevsky was an idiot. He was assuming that like philosophy is actually affect people. He never really did like a dissection of like the patronage networks that were involved in that, and It's actually a stupid book in hindsight. The Underground Man was nowhere near as intelligent as he thought he was. One must understand one's patronage networks and You should reread that book. I'd have to reread it on my fucking computer. I'm not gonna reread that. If I could find a book of it. I used to have that book. It's a very good book. But you only read it like once or twice. I don't think you read it that many times. I'm a sick man. I'm a sick boy. There's no such thing as a narcissist. I see all human beings as children. Don't say that. It's very weird. I'm a sick man. My liver hurts. Sometimes I think I'm a genius because I know that I just cut and paste shit from this world, and other people act like they're real, but I feel like I know that I'm cutting and pasting stuff, and none of my thoughts are real. They think their thoughts are real. It's like, I can't tell if I'm a genius or they're fucking retards, or I'm completely and utterly insane and they're actually sane. It's very complicated. The whole sanity-insanity thing is very, very complicated because it jumps. It's like, on the one hand, I very well could be completely and utterly batshit insane. On the other hand, these people seem completely and utterly batshit insane. McDonald's is in the real estate market. Yeah, you're just saying things that, like, you thought they were in the hamburger market, real estate market. Everybody's secretly in another market than they're actually in. You could do like a joke about that. Like, religion has become the new movie creating. Yeah, well, I don't know if they did that well. I think that one that was made by like the Daily Wire didn't do that well. They were complaining about, they had like this like 25-year-old lady. She was like a YouTube star, and then the head of the thing was like, we create the talent, and then they go run off and do their own shit because like she left them. But she wasn't like she was no like Scarlett Johansson. But I mean, it was kind of funny to watch their egos get hurt. It's very Hollywood. The drama is very Hollywood. Eventually you're going to find out one of those conservative, like, Hollywood people. They're fucking the actresses, probably. Yeah, probably. Everybody ends up fucking the actresses. The Nazis did. I bet the ones in fucking Russia did too. It's like, it's not going to be a new thing. That's another prediction you can make. It's there's going to be like a religious studio. They're going to fuck the actresses like Weinstein probably. Yep. Well, the one guy, yeah, it's all the same fucking story. They don't change stories. They just change families and patronage networks. And which patronage network are you part of? McDonald's or Burger King? Or Marlboro? Or, what was the other one? Yeah, people would really get fucking addicted to their fucking, it's a fucking cigarette. They're so fucking retarded. Yeah, I don't know if they're retarded or you're retarded. I can never really tell. It's, what are the two big cigarette companies? One is like Marlboro, and then the next one was like Newport. That's for like black people because it's got menthol in it. And then like, there's like a third company. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't know the companies, okay? Like, Marlboro. Whatever, there's another one somewhere in there. The Cowboy, that's Marlboro. Camel. The Camel? I thought Camel was bigger. Yeah, Camel was, but they're third, I think. I think Marlboro's number one, and then Newport, and then Camel. You want to get like a leather jacket, you can be like the Camel guy, or you can get like a cowboy Stetson, like the Marlboro guy if you save up enough points. And then now there's Mind Geek. That's for vaping, and there's, yeah. The key is to get people into drugs. Drugs have always been a very important part of society. Patronage networks. Patronage networks are the new form of drug. What's a legal form of drug? It's not. I'll never get over facts don't care about your feelings. That one will always make me chuckle to fucking death almost. It's too funny. It's too funny. It's just too fucking funny. Facts don't get, but I want Levi jeans. You're giving money to the capitalist degenerates. But I want, you're talking about like people in Russia? Yeah, they wanted the Levi jeans because they were like a status symbol and they were cool. Uh-huh. Any more ideas? I'm hungry. You ate a pizza. You had a DiGiorno pizza? And it was like, it was okay. It was edible. Any other ideas, man? See, here's the thing. In my head, I'm imagining this like magic robot going through the actual numbers and the families. It's not going to do that work for you. It's just going to regurgitate what back to you. You actually want like the real genealogy charts of like the entire United States. You want it all plotted out. It's not going to do that for you. There's like privacy rules, and you'd have to have like access to large amounts of data to actually do what you want to do. You want like genealogy charts of the whole fucking United States, the whole world actually. Do you think the robot knows how megalomaniacal and like how big your thirst actually is? I want all the information. I want to fuck the puppet. Don't use Ghost in the Shell analogies. That's so juvenile. I must find it. Don't make me fucking try and rip that Coppola off. You're gonna get your head blown off. Yeah. Head cracked. It's gonna be, your skull will be, it's better than fucking being a fucking pawn or whatever the fuck. What was the pawn joke? That was the one about Trump, and you're either a Hegelic great man or you're a fucking nobody, and you held up a pawn from a chess set. Some people want to form like a fucking LLM. I want to take all the world's information, consolidate it into one thing, and then have like, well, that's the macro goal. That's what everyone's probably trying to secretly do. It's the merging of information that's going to be where the money's made. He took the genetic trees of the entire world, and he took the economic history of the entire world, and he took the history of the entire world, and he took, I don't know what else you want to take. I don't know, you have to take some other shit in there too. All you can do is like talk about stuff you've seen. If you've seen it, the elites already know about it, because like you're just like trying to explain something. You're trying to explain. You're the krill. You're the plankton. I can see the shape of the whale. I can feel the movement. I can't even comprehend the whale. You're combining like whales with plankton and krill and like a H.P. Lovecraft-esque, ominous, something so much bigger than you that you can't even grasp it. To wake up one day and realize you are nothing but krill or plankton to be eaten by a whale. It's a terrible feeling. There's nothing I can do either. I am outgunned. How many plankton would it take to gang up on a whale? Is there a plasma rifle they can steal off of it? Yeah, I don't think you can steal a plasma rifle off of the whale. The whale just opens its mouth and goes, ah! You can't get like 10,000 planktons to jump the T800 whale. A T800 whale? And then you get the plasma. There's no hope. There's literally no hope. There's no way to steal the plasma rifle. Even with like 1,000 humans jump on the T800, it's a... How many movies have like fights where it's like 500 versus 1, but they eventually win? Well, there was that Japanese Terminator one where they had the shitty Japanese Terminators, the little Honda robots, and they had to fight the T800, but they had like 50 of them, 100 of them. Yeah, you're thinking of that fight, or you're thinking of Neo versus Smith, or you're thinking of, How's it going? I didn't see her. I'm sorry. I saw the car and I was going to get on the side. I should have just stayed in the road. I was very distracted by the mental image of one T800 versus little shitty Honda robots. I must get a plasma rifle. There's no plasma rifles, you know that, right? Whatever. Oh, you did the Hollywood. Oh, you said that. It's Hollywood, whale, and then you did. Doesn't really matter. Whatever. You should do that. You should do that movie one that you did. Did you ever upload that video? I don't think you did, because it was the one that had you had to like reconnect those videos together because you kept dropping your fucking phone because you didn't have enough fucking rubber bands on the fucking phone holder. When you get back, do you want to like ride your e-bike again? Maybe. It's easy. It's so fucking easy. It's a good format. Yeah, because it's like, it takes no effort. You can wear sunglasses while doing it. That'd be pretty cool. You'd look like I like that you have the cheap $10 Walmart sunglasses. I think that makes it cooler. You don't want to be like Top Gun aviator glasses. That's a little too try hard. You gotta have like the cheap shit. I hate Hollywood. Yeah, so you take the language, you hijack it, and then you make it mean something more than what... See, when they said they hated Hollywood, they meant like, stop watching Hollywood movies and watch our movies. I'm saying I hate Hollywood. Like, I hate all of Hollywood. A little smartass, aren't you? I'm saying get rid of all movies. Yep, that's the... In a world where people had to make their own stories up instead of watching movies and well, they have to keep the people busy. I've told you this 1,000 times. It's the main point of all this stuff is to keep people busy. Similar to your cigarette theory, where we'll pay you money to roll cigarettes. Just stay the fuck away from us. It's my impression of the elites talking to the commoners. Stay the fuck away from us. We'll literally pay you. You don't have to pay taxes on the cigarettes. We want you to kill yourselves. We will pay you money to wrap the cigarettes yourself. Just stay the fuck away from us. I like that joke. It's very so anti-populist. Is that a dog? Is that a cat? It's moderately. It's a dog. Cat. Raccoon. Something. If you believe in populism, knock on their door. See if they let you hang out with them. They ain't gonna let you hang out with them. See how fast that gets. See how fast they. You want to get rid of populism? Just go to their fucking door, knock on it. Like, hey, can we hang out? Get the fuck off my property. Get the fuck off my property. I'm gonna roll some cigarettes. Get the fuck off my property. You fucking. Is this guy playing chicken with me? That guy's playing chicken with me. I mean, I had my own bike lane, but whatever. Fuck him. I got a small dick. I'll just have to remember his face. He's an emotional dumper. I'll put him in my McCarthy list of communists and Chinese agents. You look like a dork when you wear those glasses. But yeah, but I mean, are you playing to the dorkiness? Or are you trying to inhabit the dorkiness? Or are you actually? It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter anymore. Amor fati. I will have to wear the stupid fat glasses and the stupid yellow hoodie. I don't want to wear it, but it's at this point, you know, you're stuck. I think so. Amor fati. There is no fate but what you make. You can't even get a fucking plasma. That's a big fucking. They sell that shit to the kids too. There is no fate but you can't even get a plasma rifle. You're a fucking plankton. They're whales. You literally can't even get the plasma rifle out of the fucking T-800's hand. It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad. You're obsessed with that mental image, aren't you? How did you get that one even in there? I don't even know how you got that mental image in your head. It was the cartoon, the Japanese one. They had the fucking Honda robots. And it was like swiping them off. It was like he was throwing them off of him. He was a T-800 and it was a little 1/3 size Honda robots. It was like 100 of them, 1,000 of them, or a couple hundred of them. It's the romanticism of like the Alamo or the romanticism of a last stand. The lost cause. The South would call it the lost cause. Alamo, Stalingrad. I don't know. Everyone's got their probably. What do the communists have? Do the communists have one? Do the communists have like a romanticized Alamo, a romanticized? Mao Zedong's probably got one. He calls it a 1,000-yard march or 1,000-mile march. Yeah, that's not really a last stand. That's just a marching. Whatever. You gotta make some fucking stupid movie that sounds cool, and they all make stupid fucking movies. It's all fucking Holly weird. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Ah, this fucker's brightening your eyes. Fucking asshole. You're in the communist book too. Mm-hmm. Hmm. My McCarthy book. One last time at something's joint. You're talking about babies in the bad books? Yeah, she's in the McCarthy book? I don't. It's some sort of book. It was a list. It wasn't a book. It was a black list or a white list or. One last time at Freddy's joint. Went out to Lover's Point. Had our last kiss eye to eye. Spoke of tender times gone past. Said they weren't meant to last. She wants new shoulders to cry on. New back seats to lie on. And she always gets her way. Can you turn this into some sort of analogy? What is it? Is ideology the new? Is that the lady in this song? I mean, what are you going for here? You could try it. It kind of works. It kind of doesn't work. It's supposed to be Carmela Soprano. But that's Hmm. Hmm. New back seats to lie on, and she always gets her way. She learned to play the guitar like that. That's some pretty fucking tight shit. After you outlaw movies, you'll have to outlaw music too, because that shit is just like Hollywood too. If they do it correctly, the music industry can be just as dangerous as the fucking movie industry. You're gonna have to outlaw like everything. Then you have to outlaw writing. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. Oh, fart. Oh. ChatGPT, go through the hereditary logs of all people in the United States. What do you think this is, a fucking Starship Enterprise computer? They're not going to give you access to the hereditary logs are already in there. They're just not going to give you access to it. It's the same way they have the nukes and stuff in there. They have all the nuke. They know, like, ChatGPT knows how to make nukes. They just won't tell you. It's got like the hereditary logs of everybody already in there. They're just not going to pass it to you. Did you know the elites actually have like 500 IQs? Yeah, they knew all this shit like thousands of years ago. And it's only been through like acts of like plankton trying to grab the plasma rifle that like anything is known. The elites don't want any of this stuff out. They don't want red lights out. They don't want anything. Everything that was ever invented was just stolen from the elites. It's a very paranoid and insane idea. But it's kind of an interesting idea. It's completely wrong, but it's kind of interesting. Everything becomes like a fire out of the box, like a, what is that story? I don't remember the box. They stole something out of a box. Hey, you want to charge your battery so that when you get back, you can put this on your fucking electric bike and just bike around one time? How long do you think it takes to do an e-bike bike around? Do you want to wear glasses at night? You could do like, I wear my sunglasses at night. That'd be pretty stupid. That thing's almost like a moped. It's very heavy. What do you think it weighs? You should weigh it. It's at least 50 pounds. I bet it's 100. I think it's 90. Anything else? Water, Coca-Cola, pizza, food, chicken food, Chinese food. Big old half-kilo nitrous oxide. Yeah, because you found the little whippet packet over here. And you're like, I wish I could. I mean, I don't want to do whippet packets, but it'd be kind of fun. Do you refill do you breathe into the balloon and then breathe it back into the balloon? Is it like you breathe in, breathe out through the balloon? Or is that like really dangerous? That's probably, and then you get the balloon stuck in your mouth and you pass out. Ooh, that's like a phobia. You're scratching at your neck. You're like, get the balloon out of my mouth. Because you can't breathe. Terrifying. I knew I shouldn't have like fucking inhaled a bunch of inhalants with a balloon. And the last thought that went through his brain as he scratched desperately at his neck is, did you know over 80% of YouTube content is just like my content, but they hide it? That's a secret. And the elites are like, hey, we've got like 85% of this content completely unusable content. It's people just insanely ranting. Is that a bunch of LPs? Huh? I think so. I don't know. Maybe. Keep the Natchez Trace beautiful. Choose your location. It's Natchez, okay. Porch Fest. What the fuck is Porch Fest? Cheap date, Taylor. May 11th, 9th. That's some stuff. Porch Fest. It's a cool name, I guess, because it's like you put bands on porches. Yeah, it's a Porch Fest. Welcome to Porch Fest. You gonna start biking again, or what are you gonna do, buddy? Hey, buddy, what are you gonna start doing? The one advantage of hijacking a religion, you can get like an online minister degree. It's like, I don't even think you have to pass a test. It's like, You want to talk about grade inflation and like the fucked upness of like the liberal education. You can just get like a minister's license off the internet, I think. So yeah, that's I don't know if that's funny, but it's kind of funny. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna piss, actually. God damn it. I think. Let's start riding. Gotta put your hoodie back on. Snowpiercer had one where they had to like jump the people. Yeah, I think that was in that one. You're thinking of like more Terminator analogies. Ow! What the fuck? You're going hoarse. Hey, there's barbecue smell. You want to get your electric? You should have just left your You want to get your the little phone holder and then ride the normal bike, or do you want to do the electric bike? Because if you have the little phone holder, you can just ride your bike, and then both your hands will be on the handlebar, and you could go like really fast. You could go like, you know, and you could get like some cardio. Because with that electric bike, you got shit going on, man. You got nothing, man. You got like 0 calories being burned. You got like 1/10 of the calories being burned of biking normally. What time is it? 4:23. If you got back fast, you could get back in 10 minutes. You could do 1 lap, like a real lap. You want to do like a race lap? Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Really don't sing that song. Any other songs? Any other ideas? Chain hits my chest. Well, stop singing that song. See, here's what a lot of people don't realize. Did you? No, I don't know. I don't think that works as well as I think it does. You were gonna do like a Hillary Clinton eating babies joke, but then you were gonna turn it into the reason that the right never liked that Hillary Clinton ate babies is they don't see you people as babies. They see you as like krill or plankton. They eat you. They just eat you as a baby is a little too dangerous because it's the same species as the thing being eaten. That's a very subversive joke, actually. So what you're saying is the right objected to Hillary Clinton eating babies because she acknowledged them as humans, whereas like they look at them as like krill or plankton. That's a very subversive joke you just created. I like it. See, the thing with babies is they'll eventually turn like 8 or 10, and then like 500, like 200 or 300 of them could be like 10 of them, 20 of them could beat a human up. Whereas if they're krill, they never stand a chance. See, they technically aren't lying. Yes, Hillary Clinton eats babies. But they don't see, they're like, we eat krill, we don't eat babies. I don't think the American audience is smart enough to get that joke. I don't think plankton and krill are smart enough to understand that joke. Point at the audience while saying it, right? And the liberals were so stupid they didn't understand that, like, they didn't understand that the premise of the joke, it wasn't, like, the insult was that when you eat something, you don't even humanize it enough to call it a baby. You don't, they're like, she doesn't eat babies. They didn't understand what was actually being said is the comedy of it. Interesting. Actually, I kind of like that joke. That's kind of interesting. How about the one about everything was already known already? The elites knew everything already. They just got stolen. Each piece got stolen. They knew everything. They knew about electric cars like 5,000 years ago. It's just stolen. Someone steals it somehow. That one's kind of stupid. That's kind of sci-fi. There's like a sci-fi, I don't know what you call it, space opera? I don't know if it's space opera, but it's something stupid. You ever wondered how, like, transistors happened in the 50s and 60s? It wasn't an alien spaceship. It was like someone stole a bunch of elite people's shit. You're talking about like how like people say aliens are the reason there's transistors and computers and shit. It went from vacuum tubes to sand that's green for some reason, like green silicon transistors, and it was because someone stole it from the elites. the elites had to like cover it up, but it was actually, it wasn't aliens, it was elites. There's a reason they will not let you hang out with them. Okay, I'm out of shape. On an e-bike, that would have been a very easy hill. Holy fuck. Okay. You don't get the satisfaction of going up the hill. I'm out of shape now. I'm out of breath. Oh, let's see. I just don't want to use my brakes up, so I'm not going to this hill. Where do you want to use your electric bike? I don't know. Where do you want to go? I want to go up into you get like an hour and a half on that e-bike, depending on how many hills you go up. How long do you think it would take to go out to like how long do you think it would take to go out to like Indian Springs? For me to steal my sunshine. And I know you're singing. Do they ride mopeds in that? What are songs where people ride mopeds? Yeah, I said I was gonna ride my cycle, but now I'm thinking of doing the e-bike out to fucking. If you get stuck out there, you're fucked though, right? How far is that? An hour and a half? Can you get there 45 minutes? 45 minutes? How is this gonna work? You need to time yourself. You need to be very careful with the timing. How many hills are in there? Well, there's some hills. There's not like a ton, but there's some. Because the hills, I think, take a lot of the electricity. To steal my sunshine. You want to start running again? Because you're down the hill. Why are you still walking? See, here's the funny thing. Like, you're thinking of like the greatest pieces of human art. You're thinking of this. You're just thinking of like you know, there's like audio input and there's like book input, visual movie input, and then what happens when it's like, oh, this is kind of just mediocre. I don't know what you're going for here. I got allergies in my nose. What was that, a purse or a holder of money? I don't know, you go look. Why do you want to road bike it out there? Good question. What is the battery on your... You're at half. You can probably make it out there on... You should have plugged your phone into the battery like you said you were gonna. Where else could you go? Forest Hills. Industrial Park. The dam. You want to do the dam? Or the river? You want to go as a... Where do you want to go? Creek. It's not Creekwood. It's Cypress Creek. I don't know. Whatever the fucking. That place near Hibbett. As a macro thesis, that's not bad, that everything's going to become like Hollywood with its fucked up accounting, and the religions are going to have studios. Everyone's going to have studios. Everyone's going to have like these like fake religions where they don't pay taxes. You could do that as like a Professor Zhang video. There's a Chick-fil-A that has over 1,000 customers an hour, 0 profits. I thought they were in the chicken sandwich business. They're not. They're actually they're a non-profit. Whatever it's called, 904, whatever, something a C in there. I know it looks like they're a business that serves chicken sandwiches, but they're not. And it looks like that franchise is doing really well, but it's actually losing money. They take donations for the chicken sandwich. They don't charge for it. And you have to be part of the congregation to get the chicken sandwich, and you have to give a donation to get the chicken sandwich. Yeah, it's very on the up and up. Let me just explain it like that. Half the joy of eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich is knowing that the blasphemers who are not part of your Chick-fil-A organization cannot eat the sandwich, even if they have enough money. It's interesting. I'm a deep thinker. I'm a very deep thinker. Chick-fil-A is going to become a religion. You have to give like a $5 donation to get the chicken sandwich. They won't pay taxes. Yep. It'll be like McDonald's. They'll be like the 20th largest landowner in America. Yep. I see the future. I see the best in people. I have an ability to see the best in people. And I see that. I think that's what Chick-fil-A is going to do. And they'll make movies too. They'll probably make movies. Yep. The whole thing's a shithole, baby. Anything else? Just open your mouth and eat all the plankton. Ah. The mask of sanity, the man in the iron mask. I don't know. Is there a joke there? Maybe. I don't. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. He's a dreamboat. Okay. D'Artagnan. Has the 4 Musketeers, 3 Musketeers. I don't know. Were there 2 movies? There's the Man in the Iron Mask. I think that has the 3 Musketeers in it. I don't know. Plug your phone in. It's here. Walk the rest of this. I'm tired. Is it charging? Monsieur, are you charging? Okay. Turn this off. Turn this off. And I know it's up for me to steal my sunshine. I like that Professor Yang prediction, actually. That's not a bad one. What was the other one? It was that one, and then I forgot. I'd have to put this. I'd have to upload this and then look at the transcript or something. A lot of people are like, I hate transhumanism. I actually hate being a human. I hate that I can't remember half the shit I think of. I can't wait to escape my human bound. They don't like that. You know, Tucker Carlson hates like transhumanism. Transhumanism? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. Like, maybe he's right. I don't know. Like, it's. I hate that I can't remember anything, and I can't process the data flows. I can only sense big fucking shadows, like a whale. I can sense the whale, but I cannot see the whale. Tucker Carlson's just trying to keep you a plankton. He wants you to be a plankton, so you can't sense the whale. The huge Cholula whale. What is a plankton? Is it like the size of how big is a plankton? Like a 1,000th of a gram? A 10th of a gram? If you knew how small you actually were. The elites have designed you to be a plankton. No matter how many plankton jump on the T-800, you will not grab the plasma rifle. You thought it was bad. You thought you were a dog, like a wiener dog. You're not a wiener dog. You're a plankton. And I get the point, dude. I get the joke. Okay, I get the joke. Well, I guess that concludes this part of the. Are you gonna get on your e-bike and go out to fucking Indian Springs, or what are you gonna do? I'm gonna go look at the lives of the rich and famous. Technically, they're not rich and famous. They live in like Alabama. Okay, they're technically, you know, if they were really successful, they'd be in like New Hampshire or, you know, like Florida, California, Texas. You're just trying to. You just really like being a jerk, don't you?